Bom dia! This morning I'm going to take you on a little walk with me up to my brother-in-law's apartment. He lives almost right across the street, but he lives at a higher elevation. He lives in what is called a mini favela. A favela literally means slum, but I don't want to think of all favelas as slum. They also have a PC name called comunidade. His comunidade is very small. It only has one entrance in and out. It's located. It's a little hilltop community surrounded by a very wealthy neighborhood. But here in Brazil, wherever there is some available space, usually at a higher elevation up in the hills or at a higher level, they will be occupied by very low income slum housing, if I may use that unpleasant term, low income housing. Even in the richest neighborhoods, that's a characteristic of Brazil. Very rich neighborhoods, and right next to them, a very, very poor neighborhood. So let's go up and visit Alcina this morning. Here we go, up into my brother-in-law Alcino's mini favela. It's like climbing up into a labyrinth. I'm being followed by a dog. A friendly dog, I hope, despite his barking. Here we go. Favelas are really designed for the young. Lots and lots of stairs. Favelas are almost always located at higher elevations in the city. You have to climb up into them. And I believe we turn here. Alcino, my brother-in-law, lives near the top of this little favela. This is what I call a mini favela. There's only one way in and out. And it's a safe little favela. Everybody knows each other. We just arrived at Alcino's building. And we've got to climb more stairs. She lives on the top floor, I believe. I'm getting my exercise today. That's the washing machine I bought him at Christmas. Alcino! Alcino! Hi, cachorrinho! Hi, baby!
Pode pegar a vasilha aí em cima do micro-ondas que eu tô tomando banho.
Alcino invited me over for a classic Brazilian lunch of feijão and rice. Actually, I ate breakfast a little while ago, so I'm going to put it in this and take it. Alcino put it in some Tupperware for me, and I'm going to take it to go. It's amazing here in hot tropical Salvador how many people have these exotic, very long-haired dogs that are much more suitable for a northern climate. I don't know how they're ever comfortable, but they seem to be. I feel sorry for them. And this is the view out of Alcino's living room window. Looks out above the city. And that's his downstairs. And that's where we came from. Those long winding stairs to get up here. One of the neighbors has her washing machine running there. Life in a favela. And it's almost right across the street from me. See, that is El Seno's kitchen, and here is his living room, front door, windows, television, and there is El Seno. Oh, okay. El Seno's bedroom. He says é uma bagunça, it's a mess. And there is El Seno's in the bathroom taking a shower, so we won't go in there, but that's the bathroom. His apartment is basically the same size as my apartment. One bedroom, very small one bedroom, but perfectly adequate for one person. You know, I wouldn't mind living up here. When I first saw his apartment years ago, I said, hey, do you ever have vacancies here? And he said yes. So I certainly would not be afraid to live in this little mini favela. But just never happened. But I do live right across the street, so El Seno, my brother-in-law, is very much a neighbor. In the distance, you can see the ocean from here. It's just 2 blocks away. As you can see, like many Brazilians, El Seno has a motorcycle. Helmet laws are strictly enforced here, thankfully. It's nice to have a relative and friend who lives almost right across the street, El Seno, and also a few doors down, not up here in the favela, but almost right across the street from me, my another sister-in-law, Camilla, lives with her daughter. So I have 2 family members right here on this street, and that's one of the reasons I moved to this street. It's nice having family right here. Would you just look at this little crazy cachorrinho? This crazy little puppy dog. Yes, he loves attention. And now we're leaving. Ciao, El Seno. And I'm going down these treacherous stairs. They're very steep and they're very narrow. There are no building codes in the favela. But as long as I'm careful, I will survive. This favela does have a name, but I can't remember the name of it. We're going to head back down. Yeah. I always move aside when someone's coming up or down. And back down more stairs. Coming back out into the street that I live on, as we bid a fond farewell to this little mini favela. The favela has a name, but I can't remember the name of it. There's always a lot of activity on my street. Home sweet home. And now it's back to my building where I have another 2 flights of stairs to climb to get up to my apartment. Well, Salvador is a very hilly city. It's built on many different levels. And so you're never lacking for exercise in Salvador, just by walking out your front door. You're going to be climbing.
Bom dia.
Bon dia. One of my neighbors. And now, here we are at my front door. Here we are, home sweet home. And if we look out my living room window, I'll show you where we just came from. We just came from up there. Favelas have a reputation for being dangerous places, but I am not in the least bit fearful to go into that little favela that we just entered, El Sino's Favela. It is a safe place. Everybody knows each other. Some of the neighbors recognize me. The only feelings that I have are one of not when I'm filming, that is I don't want to invade people's privacy or make them feel like they're being treated like inmates in a zoo or something like that. That's not my intention at all. I normally would never film going up there, but I wanted to give you all an idea of what a favela is like. Now, of course, almost all favelas are much, much larger than that. My family, the Andrade family, comes from a favela called San Martins here in Salvador. It's huge. I used to go there many times without problem, never by myself though, always accompanied. But even my family now is kind of afraid to go in there. I used to go to San Martins 25 years ago, but even they say it's not safe anymore. It's gotten a lot more dangerous. Even they're reluctant to go in there. I wish I could go up there. I do have photos from many, many years ago, but I wouldn't dare go in there now filming. I once asked my brother-in-law if it was safe to go up and visit his comunidade, or if I was safe to go up there, and he said yes. He said the reason that it's safe is because there's only one entrance and exit in and out of the little favela. And so if the police, for example, were to come in and raid, there's no way for the bad guys to escape. There are no back exits. There are no alternative ways to get back out into the street. So he said that's one of the main reasons why it's safe. Today is a very warm day, although we're still in winter. It's August. Next month, I believe on the 22nd, September 22nd, it'll be the first day of spring down here and the first day of fall up where you are, most of you are. And it'll start getting warmer, hotter. But today feels like a summer day. It's going to get cooler later in the week, and rain is forecast. I always like the rain. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this little trip up to my brother-in-law El Sino's house. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Beijos. Ciao.